Dental Brigade begins its third appearance here, and part of that is really just the efforts of people from two different countries to make it happen. With us is Bill Bissell. Bill is with the Denver Cherry Creek Rotary Club. He's a practicing dentist. And Freddie Solomon, who is the current president of the Rotary Club of Roatan. Gentlemen, thank you for joining us. The Dental Brigade begins October the 12th and runs through the 17th. This year, it's going to be at the West End Community Center. Let's start with you, Bill. Bill, why is this important to kids here? And then I'm going to get Freddie's comments after that, because Freddie grew up on the island.
You know, we've been doing these dental missions now. This is our 28th year, and it's important. We've had the experience of affecting all kinds of kids' lives and also their parents. Dental health is responsible for general health, and we try to make everybody have as good an experience when we're there as possible. We have 6 dentists coming, 3 dental hygienists, 3 dental assistants, and a volunteer. And so we're really prepared this year to be able to help as many people as we possibly can.
Freddie, you grew up on the island, but you also grew up in the United States. You saw two different worlds in that situation.
Exactly. First of all, I'd like to thank Bill and his team for their service to our beautiful island. Yes, I'm a born American, but spent some time on the island as a kid, and of course, that's my familial background. And it's these kind of help and organizations that come to the island. We're excited for them to be here because, as Bill pointed out, dental care is not just about dental. It's about, it can affect your other parts, long-term health, as far as diabetes and, of course, and heart disease and such. And access to dental care in any community, whether it's Roatan or in the States, can be difficult. It can be expensive and cost access to it economically challenged. So these programs that Bill has been a part of, and the 3 years running here, and I was reading his bio, he's been doing this kind of stuff. God bless him forever. And we thank him that he's a part of our team and helping our partners in this endeavor to more importantly, I'm sure there'll be many cases where he can help out, or where the team could help out on the spot. But I think the big bang for the buck is the preventive maintenance, and trying to instill some awareness in our community about proper dental care, and making it a priority, because folks don't, in some cases, don't see it as a priority for the many reasons I stated, economic and awareness and so on and so on.
It's really interesting because I've talked to people that are friends of mine, and different areas of society that you come across when you work here as a business owner, and you see somebody they've got tooth problems, and you start talking to them, and you say, "Have you been to a dentist?" And honestly, I had a guy say to me, "I don't know what a dentist does." And for me, from where I come from, I'm like, well, they actually go in and they check the health of your mouth. They're a doctor for your mouth, basically. And so that is something, that when these volunteers come, they do try to teach this not only to the kids, but to their parents. And this year, students from Miguel Paz Barahona in West End will be going, along with employees from many of the businesses that are in West End. It is open to the public. And we're hoping to do 300 patients immediately, but try to get 5 to 600 procedures. Last year, we were challenged by some heavy rain. This year, at least being in West End, we shouldn't have the problem. The roads are completed now, which is amazing. Last year, there were muds. There were just giant stretches of mud. So I think we're built up against the rain this year. Bill, tell us about the experiences you've had in changing lives when the Rotary has gotten together as a dental brigade and been in other places, because you said you've been doing this for 28 years.
A couple things come to mind. We were in Panama some years ago, and we had a young girl. My wife actually was with me as a dentist, and this girl was probably 18, 19 years old, and very much in need of some care to a couple of her front teeth. They were very dark, and it was just a real detriment to her social life and her I guess what can I say, her being. And so we fixed them. And my wife said after we got done, she said, I had no idea what dental people can affect and can do for people. It's just amazing because she isn't a dentist. Or a dental person. She was a flight attendant for United Airlines. And the girl walked out, gave her a huge hug, gave me a huge hug, and it was a start of hopefully, a much less self-conscious world for her because of it. We've also had an older woman. We were in Ecuador, and she came in. She was probably in her mid-70s. And she had not seen a dentist for many, many, many years. And she was barely getting by. And she was infected, and it was just not a good situation. So her old general health was just not good. Anyway, after removing a bunch of teeth, I know that she's still alive because that was 10 years ago. Her last 10 years are much better than they were before that because of the infections just crawling through her. And specifically, we were in the mountains in the jungle above La Ceiba for a couple of missions. And we worked at a school that was called the Jungle School. It had K through 12 kids going to school there. And we saw, probably 300 of their students. And these kids were great. They were well behaved. And they all were there because of the Christian missionary that set up this school, and they didn't have the resources to go to school or get their teeth worked on or anything. And so it was a great, benefit for them and for the school too. So, and it was a wonderful experience for us in all of these places. It's always interesting. I've seen places I would have never seen as a regular old tourist.
Explain why, from a health standpoint, this is important. Freddie alluded to it. Dental health affects other areas. Please explain that to the audience.
To try to be non-clinical if possible, inflammation in our bodies. The inflammation is a disease that your body's immune system reacts to. What it does is it starts putting out different cells to get rid of that inflammation. But those cells can go and affect other parts of the body. They can affect your heart and your cardiovascular system. Freddie alluded to diabetes, which is also in the picture, kidney problems. And so our goal is to try not only to reduce just the basics, the dental decay and periodontal disease, but we're there really to try to get rid of this inflammatory response, or at least lessen it, so these other situations don't occur. Inflammation over long terms is one of the biggest killers that we got.
Freddie, do you have any comments that you want to add?
No, just we're getting ready for your arrival. We're going to use all the lesson learned, and you're co-located in West End, and cutting down the travel time and all that. So we're just excited for you to be here again this year, and to do all we can to smooth that your arrival and your stay here, and make it enjoyable, and a little bit of fun in there as well, along with your community service. So so that you can take a five as well. So. Thank you again, and we appreciate you. Thank you again for your service, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
We'll be there Saturday with bells on our toes.
I want to say that you'll enjoy all the great food that's over here because, I mean, it's just like, that's a great place to eat, by the way. And the second thing is I want to thank everybody who's involved with both Rotaries for coordinating this. We've been trying to work this out since I believe April or March. So it's been quite a time coordinating everything, making sure it comes, trying to find accommodations, trying to make sure we have everything you need. We're looking forward to all the great work that you and your crew do, and the teams from both Rotary Clubs. And if somebody wants to help out, please contact the Rotary. We certainly could use volunteers in these situations. And if you want more information, look at the page here, and we can try to help you and point you in the right direction. Bill, thank you. Freddie, thanks for joining us.
Thank you,
Welcome.
guys.
Thank
We
you.
look forward to it.